The concert was good too.
Oh, yeah.
He puts on a good show. I was
So
disappointed in the song choice.
So we get to our seats. Wow, did Tommy really? You come through with the seats.
Yeah.
Beautiful seats, great location. You could see the sweat beads on top of, Rod Stewart's forehead.
Yeah.
With the naked eye.
Yeah, he put on a good show. He's old too, man. He put on a good show. He looked good.
Yeah, he's old.
The lady next to us, she looked like one of his groupies, dude. She was
For
in love
sure.
with him.
That was wild.
Was in love with him. I wasn't too juiced on his song choices. I mean, he played all his hits, but at the same point in time, he didn't I didn't like where he put them in the show. So they came a little too early. He didn't do the whole versions of some songs that I really wanted to hear the whole versions of. But it was definitely a good show. It was definitely a good time.
There was a point of the night where I heard my favorite song, one of the two of my favorite songs that I wanted to hear, and I fell to my knees.
Well, you were drunk at that point. That was the second bottle of wine.
Yeah, but I fell to my knees.
Yes.
And when you do the prayer hands, we're not worthy.
Yeah.
That was cool though.
It's great.
Somebody's got to do it.
Absolutely. We also, there was a couple of fans
in the
there.
aisle. I fell to my knees in the aisle.
There was a couple of
in
fans,
worship.
There was a couple of fans there that you were taking a picture with, and then one of them wanted me to take the picture, and I, in my haste to walk around, I rammed into some lady, man, and the poor thing, she had on a full white dress. And the red wine went all over her.
That's not surprising.
We were just stuck in this moment of
frozen.
I
red
felt real
wine
bad. She was definitely drunk too, and she had went her whole time of drinking without getting wine on her, and I just ruined that. And there was nothing we could do. I offered to buy her a T-shirt, and she was just it's okay. And yeah, man, it was.
Well, if she was wearing a dress, you can't buy her a T-shirt. What's she gonna put on?
No,
it
wasn't a dress. I'm sorry, she had a white top on and jeans, but the white top was destroyed. It was just wine all over it.
Oh man, that's you, Tommy. I'm surprised. I was the next day, did you how many headlocks did you put women in?
None.
How many?
None. You were definitely more drunk than me.
chokeholds?
You were definitely more drunk than me.
I was you ordered us white wine?
Yeah. Oh, she comes up and she comes in and snuggles and she whispers in my ear, "Babe,
No.
I've got diarrhea."
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
What it
was
is
so
is
hot.
we drink Peak 7 vodka.
Yeah.
It's very clean, no hangovers.
No.
If I
But
want to
then we
make
went to the wine.
if I want to make a cocktail, I make it with kombucha and Peak 7.
Yeah, but we had wine at the show.
So my husband, without asking me, orders a bottle of really nice white wine. And then I drink most of it. And then a second bottle of really nice white wine comes and I drink most of that one.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
I went in, honey.
Yes, you did.
And I don't usually drink on a day-to-day basis. I'll make myself a little vodka kombucha, but it's a very small amount. I'm putting it in a tiny little Persian tea glass. It's 2-part kombucha, 1-part vodka, and then I go about my business. But if you're having 2 bottles of white wine in one concert,
Yeah.
wine is very different from vodka.
Yeah. Oh, it sneaks up on you too, man.
Very
It definitely
sneaky.
sneaks up on you. It was a good time though. It was a good time.
So this one girl came up to me and she was like, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture?" And I was like, "Sure." And she was like, "I'm really not that into you, but I really am really, really into your husband." And I was like, "Of course."
Yeah.
I was like, I never hear that. Have at it.
That was funny. I think
Tommy,
she grabbed my ass too, that lady.
Yeah, I think she
so.
wants to take. I was happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Me.
This is not an invitation
Hashtag me too.
for anyone to come near my husband.
Yeah.
This is just.
No, it was just.
It
funny.
was cute.
It was cute. It was funny. And then getting out of the show.
Wait, are people who listen to the Till the Dirt podcast called Tilsters or Dirties?
What?
Oh, Dirtsters?
Yeah.
Dirties? I wonder if she was a dirty too.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, she didn't mention the podcast, but it was very hard to
At
hear.
that point, the
yes,
music was already
it was hard
on.
to hear at that point in time.
It's nice when you get to a concert when it still hasn't started, and then you get to watch the evening like build up, like on those time release cameras.
And I can't really stress how beautiful a venue it is. Like Hollywood Bowl, there's parts in the night where you turn around, you don't even look at the stage, you just look at the crowd and look at the sky, and it's really, really a sick place to see a concert for sure.
So the concert, finally, you guys, we're headed home.
Yeah.
The Hollywood Bowl is a wrap. Rod Stewart has said goodnight.
Yeah.
He's walked off the stage. Did he do it?
He was
encore?
home sleeping already. He was already home in
He
bed.
was like flown away by a helicopter.
By the time we made it out of the show.
And mind you, even though our seats were way at the bottom of the bowl where you could leave and come faster than anyone, it's like 18,000 people are leaving right now at the same time.
Yeah, and they don't all have heels on. You know?
And
my wife had heels on.
Was lost.
They didn't all drink 2 bottles of wine.
Right.
You know, so we were a little
It's fair to say I was
out.
a little blacked out by then.
And then she just kept walking. Like there's a spot where you go under, you have to walk down under stairs because there's
underground.
There's a street on top of you. And then we would have had to have made a left. She didn't make the left. She just kept going straight. So she lost me. And then she called her cousin in a panic and said that I left her. Now he left me. He left me at the stadium. I don't know what I'm going to do. My phone's going to die. Please, please, please come get me. And she was at home with, the kids at this point. She's like, what am I going to do? I'll wake the kids up. And then luckily, I was able to spot her.
Well, why didn't you just
in a crowd walking aimlessly? And I was able, because the thing about my wife, and this is something that you guys might not realize if you watch the show. My wife's a nice lady. She's fun. She's a good time to be with. But when she drinks, especially when she drinks too much, it's really just a matter of a sip too much. Like it's just like crossing a street from happy-go-lucky to really big bitch. And you've seen that on the show.
Big bitch.
You've seen it on the show. And people are like, oh, I don't like her. She's such a bitch. Bro, trust me. She's 4 sheets to the wind at those times that you see
blackout.
Her. She's like,
it's not me.
It's not how she normally is. It's one of the reasons that I don't like to drink with my wife. Because you ask any person on earth, I am the funnest person to ever get drunk with.
I mean, everybody.
I'm a great time. But then
you strip down and get naked.
Whatever. I'm a great time. But it also, I have no tolerance or patience for people that are bitchy when I'm drunk like that. So it becomes very combustible. So it's like, I'd rather let her have her fun. But, again, she has she was in immediate bitch mode when I come back to her again. She's, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is going to be a nightmare. But as luck would have it, and it's ironic that we were talking about Vinny and that Dodger game that we went to a year ago, the same guy that drove us home from the Dodger game a year ago, I bump into by this Hollywood Bowl. I mean, I'm sure that's what he's doing on a nightly basis, going to Dodger games or concerts and looking to drive people home. But he drove us home. He knew, remember where I lived. So we could just get in the car and go to sleep. And she knocked out right away. So by the time we got home, she was all right.
Naked.
Well, no, by the time we got home, she was good enough to go right back into bed and go to sleep.
So what had happened was I wake up, as you do when you get on these nights when you come home so drunk that you just stumble into bed. There's always that 5 o'clock in the morning you wake up
so thirsty
and you're like, what time is it?
Yes, fucking so thirsty.
No, that wasn't
so
that
thirsty.
Wasn't it
That's
at all.
me, man. I'm so thirsty when I wake up after drinking like that.
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
It was, where the fuck is my purse? Where the fuck are my shoes? Where's my jacket?
Okay.
Where's my purse?
Yeah, no, I was just thirsty.
Where's my phone? Am I alive?
Is this my house?
Where are my keys?
Yeah.
Where's my wallet? Did any of it make it? Because I have no recollection.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I just throw it in the Uber and then run in?
Yep.
It always imagined that in my mind. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave my clothes. I'm also not a good sleeper. So by the time that we get home, and you wake up. You always wake up earlier than you're supposed to, and
You got to pee.
panicked.
Me, I need to pee, and I need something to drink, dude. And then I'm all right.
Shout out to
And the next day, we were going to Six Flags. Like, her cousins were here.
but it was agreed.
They're little
and
kids. Like, they've been looking forward to it for a real long time. Shams loves the roller coasters. Like, we were going to Six Flags the next day. So we kind of had to get up and soldier through it. And then it was so fucking hot. But we had a real good day there, too, man. That kid really does love his roller coasters.
Yeah, so I woke up, by 8 o'clock, first of all, Magic Mountain doesn't even open till 10:30 in the morning. So by the time, we had to wake up, the alcohol had worn off. I didn't have a hangover. Everything was fine. We got up. We sprung into action for our family. Yeah, so by the time Six Flags happened, it was, sober, good to go, not hungover at all. Everything's good. Full family mode. We jumped right from sexy date night, long time coming, stumbling drunk,
To Clark Griswold.
Yeah. And Beverly Johnson.
Beverly Johnson.
What is her name?
Beverly's Johnson. Yeah.
Beverly who?
Beverly D'Angelo.
Okay.
Johnson. Beverly D'Angelo Johnson Smith.
We popped up those last two rows of our car because we do have a 7-passenger vehicle.
Yeah.
And we were hooting and hollering down the 5 north to Magic Mountain.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.